I thought I'd do something a little different for this video. So I'm picking a slightly popular topic, Yandere Simulator. Or well, more specifically, what I think is holding its progress back. It's Yandere Dev. But it's not his coding or personal work ethic, though that does have some impact on it. But he clearly can fix things that he has issues with. Like if he sees something that he doesn't like in game, he fixes it. He codes it out, he codes around it, whichever. But the problem is the issues that I see him kind of focus on, from my experience with it anyway, are how people defeat Osana, who's the first rival. I'm not going to put any clips from the games, the characters. I'm not even going to be drawing a character from Yandere Simulator or any footage of him, anything like that, because I don't want there to be any validity to any copyright claim or strike that he may or his fans may try to put on this video. Which, I mean, I'm not making any money from this video. My channel's not monetized. Anyone can check that. I'm pretty sure if people want, I'll take a screenshot to show that my channel is not monetized. These videos are not monetized. Most of my videos actually have copyrights on them because I like to use, you know, copyrighted music like a dumbass. But I don't make money from any of my videos. They're done entirely for fun. I just like creating artwork, playing games, whatever, and putting them up there for people to see. This isn't an attack on Yandere Dev as a person, so I'm not going to bring up anything that he's done in the past, fact or alleged, or anything like that. I'm going to focus on what I think is happening with his game developed story-wise. I guess story-wise? I'm going to go with story-wise. And that I think he's grown too attached to the first rival, Osana. Without realizing it, he's treating her more like a main character than even Yandere-chan herself. She has an actual name, well, I'm pretty sure, because last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Yandere-chan doesn't even have a name? I don't know, someone can correct me in the comments down below. I'm not, that well versed in the lore of Yandere Simulator. But I noticed that every time someone seems to find a way around the bodyguard element that Osana has, which is interesting because I don't understand the point of that. Are all the other rivals going to have bodyguards? Because otherwise, if not, it's kind of weird that she has a friend who's stalking her. I don't know where I'm going to go with that, so I'm just going to drop that. But yeah, people find a way around that element. They find interesting ways to defeat her, and then Osana is pushed back, and he gets rid of that ability, that method. And I think it's because he has a specific method that he wants the player to do. I don't know what that method is. I don't know if he knows what that method is, but there's a method. I don't know what the madness is, but it's there. And it's kind of getting in the way of the game from what I've seen, because from what I understood, the game is based on like Hitman meets Persona. And I can see the Persona elements in there very easily. I can see the Hitman elements in there very easily. Except I thought the point of Hitman, another game I haven't actually played myself, but from what I've seen, that game allows for multiple methods, each one having its own like difficulty on execution. Get it? It's a pun, execution, because he's a hitman. Anyway, it's still there, and you can still do it. Like, there are easy ways to kill someone in Hitman, but not everybody goes for it. Sometimes you want style points, you want to flex, you want to be like, hey, look, I was able to kill him with this super specific screwdriver, or this, I think there was one that was like a really, like, wasn't there like an achievement for killing someone with a screwdriver? I don't know. Again, I haven't played the games. I'm going completely on hearsay. I don't know, you can go in and, like, sneak into a mansion and kill someone with a golf club and sneak out without being seen. Or, you know, you can go on the hillside of the building nearby and just headshot the character, headshot the person. One is much easier than the other, but the other one has a lot more flex to it, I guess. Anyway, back on track. I think he's grown infatuated with Osana's character. I think it's because maybe he sees himself as senpai. Maybe he always wanted girls to flock to him or something like that, and so he sees himself as senpai. And maybe he's always wanted somebody who would want him to that extent, to that crazy amount, that would just obsess over him and would kill for him. I mean, personally, I find that terrifying, but maybe it's because I'm a woman, and those stories don't usually end well for women. Yeah, no, I don't have anything against Yandere Simulator as, like, a game, because I realize it's just a game. It's just a game. It's not real. But I think he's grown too infatuated with Osana. Maybe she reminds him of somebody, or something about Osana he just loves. That's fine. Then why not make her a later character? Why not make her a later rival, if not the last rival? I mean, she is his childhood friend. I would think that would make her, like, one of the big rivals. Like towards the end of the game, like, end game rival, because I would assume that her being a childhood friend, if something were to happen to her, that it would have the most impact on him, and thus maybe should take the longest. You know, like, it should happen later in the story. And it would allow for him to make her so difficult and minimize the criticism on why she's so difficult to kill. All he would have to do is replace her with another rival that he doesn't like as much. Maybe a rival that's a little more like Yandere-chan herself. Someone who hangs back, is in the shadows, easily overshadowed by other people, is infatuated. But the difference between them is that Yandere-chan is obsessed, and she will kill for her senpai. She will go to great lengths. Nothing will get in her way. You know, that's what separates them. Whatever. I don't know. It's just an idea, but I think that's what's holding it back, because it seems like he has the capability to put in rivals, that he has the assets and everything like that set up for, and I think that if he allowed her to be a later rival, that he could have her be super hard, like, be really difficult, and have a super specific method that is preferred to get rid of her, because it would be the best way to do it, because it will have less impact on senpai that way. Or at least, you know, not impact Yandere-chan's chances. I think another thing that would work really well for Yandere Simulator, at least for his work ethic, and it would allow him some breathing room as well, is if maybe he aimed for something that was a little more episodic, but I don't know if it's too late in development for something like that, and I don't know how well that would actually work, but that's an idea. I also wanted to put at the end of this video that, I don't really know anything. I'm currently just trying to, like, create art and finish the story behind a project of my own. But an idea that something I was coming aware of as I was kind of doing some low-key investigation, you know, because I didn't want to get too in-depth, because I wanted to focus on more of, like, storytelling, and not Yandere Dev as a person. He doesn't own, like, any of the assets, like the character designs that everyone is in, like, love with. They aren't actually his. Like, anybody can buy them off the Unity store, and they have just as much rights to the characters as Yandere Dev himself. And I don't know. I think that's also kind of hindering it, because I think maybe he knows that, and he's kind of worried about what would happen if he were to make the game, like, available for sale. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but what I do think would be a great option for Yandere Dev, if the video game is just becoming too overwhelming of a project, is to instead maybe create a comic, or get together with people and make animated, like, make an anime, make a short YouTube series or whatever, Patreon, pay for it, I don't know, I don't care. He can do what he wants, but get some artists, preferably pay them, but get some artists to design the characters and create a comic, like a web comic or something like that with them, And then he doesn't have to really care about people's critique about how he treats his characters in his comic. I mean, people are still going to give him critique. Everyone gets critique on whatever they create. You always got people who come in and are like, this is how you could have done this better. Hell, I'm doing that right now. But, I don't know, it just might be an option that might, you know, be better for him. But that's for him to decide, and I hope you all enjoy this. The next topic I will be talking about is socialist teeth. Yeah, that'll be fun. Let me know what you guys think, thought, hated, liked, indifferent to about this video. And I will read every single comic. I will read every single comment. I will read every single comment down below.